Welcome to the very 17th Saltmarsh's Isle of Dread. I'm CJ, DMCJ. If you guys are actually viewing this now, please turn your volume down because it's now coming back as half live, half recorded stuff here. Okay, so we have a new player today, and we're not going to do introductions. We're going to see how this goes and see how this character is going to join us maybe today. I'll do the quick recap. So the party was in this dungeon, making sure you've evacuated, or not evacuated. You're running away from this sort of assault on the not the bunkhouse, the ranch house. You're down in the a dungeon. You've met this cool little blink dog that's with you. And you went forward. You fought an imp previously, or two imps, killed them pretty easily. And you've gone farther into this dungeon. You came across something that appeared to be black ooze and some kind of gelatinous style cube. You can put the name there together. And didn't do too much damage, you guys. But you were a little freaked out. It was not you hadn't encountered these before. But you promptly did away with them. And then you came into this sort of this larger cavern. It seemed maybe like a central cavern, some stalactites and stalagmites. And you came across sort of this, a desk, sort of old shabby desk, kind of in the middle of nowhere, along one of the walls. And you found a diary from Barnabas. And Barnabas was this druid that you were looking for that Prattis has said you should hook up with. Apparently, he made a deal with the devil he would help this imp go and open this portal to help activate further understanding of the natural world. And he was really stupid and did it, and now there's apparently some devils in the way. You've got your blink dog. You've got Gale, who's your party scribe. I mentioned last time that we were going to do sidekicks. We are going to, but for now, I'm going to be controlling him. When we're done this, I'm going to let you know if you guys can control how he levels up. If you want him to do something, though, let me know and I'll let you command him. Okay, so sidekicks are sort of like your party members. If you say, Gale, I want you to come here and help me with this attack, that's fine. Or, Gale, go over there and distract this guy, you can do that as well. So if you want him to do something, let me know. Blink Dog, not yet, but Gale is the Gale can still do stuff for you. Any questions or things you want to add to that? Important piece to add to it. Wizard he's not considered a psychic yet because you can't quite control or command him yet. You've just met him. That will change, may change if he survives and if you get out of this. Okay? All right. So we go back to where you are, and let's just pop up the turn order. Oop, there we go. And last we left off, you were out of combat. It was down here where Wizard, your blink dog, is, that those cubes were coming out from. Legolas, you're still there apparently. I don't know why, but maybe. Really? Okay, that's interesting. So here I can. Yep. You can't see Gale or no, probably not because they're behind a stalactite. Yep, that's fine though. You're under. This is dynamic lighting, so you're able to, You can only see what's in your field of view, and there are some things blocking your field of view right now. Axel, can you see everything? Can you see everyone there? He's away. That's okay. And Legolas, you can't see anything you're saying. Damn it. Can you see the dead? You're here. Do you see this ping? Can you see the dead animals or the gelatin, the cube and the stuff? Okay. You didn't. Your Eldritch Blast. You Eldritch Blasted the shit out of them. So yep. Here, I'm gonna move you over here, Legolas. I'm gonna just move you over here. So can you see north to the hull? There you go. Okay. Is it tough? It also might be. It might be an issue that I've had. Because when you, yeah. But you can see it now, though. Kane, can you see? Okay. Okay. All right. So again, you found out a little bit more that the important thing is this guy Barnabas had made a deal with the devils, and but he wasn't stupid, and he had this sort of fail-safe device for the portal that he helped them activate. He said that there were 4 shut-off controls that were scattered throughout this sort of underground area that would turn off the shield to the portal and allow you to go and destroy the portal. Okay, so that's some more important information that you got. They were to the southeast, southwest, northwest, and northeast from where you are right now. Okay, so it's up to you guys. We're not in combat. What do you want to do? So the switches are not in this room. So they're scattered around the dungeon. Just for yeah. Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's correct. So Gale says, "Where do we go, sir? Where do we go?" So Gale says, "Where do we go, sir? Where do we go?" And Gale says, "Absolutely, sirs. Don't you go and split the party." Absolutely, sirs. Okay. Don't you go and split the party. Absolutely, sirs. Sorry. Don't you go and might be one of those nights, you guys. Sorry. Might be one of those nights, you guys. Blink Dog, yeah, you're the wizard. Wizard is Blink Dog. He's not in great shape. The wizard. He's not. I mean, dead, but he's bloodied. He's licking his wounds, but he's bloodied. He's licking his wounds. Okay. Okay. What's that? 6? When you do that, he comes up to you and licks your boot. Licks your beautiful leather boots. Licks your beautiful leather boots. He appreciated that. He is just not bloody anymore. He's got some scars, but He's not bleeding profusely. I mean, he's got some scars, but he's not bleeding profusely. Okay. So move you guys up to behind Erevan in the order you want, you guys. Move you guys up to behind Erevan in the order you want, you guys. Gail says, "I'll say behind." Says, where do you want the blink dog? Behind says, where do you want the blink dog? Okay. Hang on, I'll just see why you've got night vision. You got, yeah. Hang on, I'll just see why you've got night vision. You got, yeah, you do. So you're saying you can't see that there? So you're saying you can't see that there? There's a reason. There's a stalactite right here, like right here, and there's a stalactite right here. It's casting shadow on everyone behind it. Casting shadow on everyone behind it. And Axel, you gonna move yourself there? And Axel, you gonna move yourself there? That's Legolas. Okay. So let's move you guys up. So Erevan and the rest of the team, you're going down this hallway. It is a natural cavern. Every once in a while, there's some lumber that's been erected to try and stabilize a little bit more. But overall, it's natural caverns. Okay, you get to the middle of the hallway, just to the northwest, and ahead of you, you see a dead end. And ahead you can sort of make out that there is the passage goes further to the north and then further to the south. T-junction. Passage goes further to the north and then further to the south. T-junction. So can you see that? You can see that, can't you? So can you see that? You can see that, can't you? Yep. Yep. That's right. Yep. That's right. So you can move a little further if you like. Are you running? Or are you going very slow? Or are you just sort of walking down? How are you approaching? How are you approaching? Okay. Okay, and your passive perception is 15, isn't it? Okay, and your passive perception is 15, isn't it? Okay, so go ahead and move yourselves, you guys. Okay, so go ahead and move yourselves. Legolas and Axel, I need you guys to move up. Legolas and Axel, I need you guys to move up. So there you go, Erevan. You can see a little bit further north, a little bit further south. There you go, Erevan. You can see a little bit further north, a little bit further south. There you go, Erevan. You can see a little bit further north. All right, folks, which way? Do we go to the north or the south? Do we go to the north? So Gail's got a really foul mouth now for some reason. Gail's got a really foul mouth now. He has. He's been the way you guys are talking. We picked up on it. He has. He's picked up on it. The way you guys are talking. We picked up on it. Yeah. He's picked up on it. The way you guys are talking. We picked up on it. I'm sure Volo can swear like a sailor too. I'm sure Volo can swear like a sailor too. Okay, guys, come on. 5 seconds. Okay, guys, come on. 5 seconds. Okay, guys, come on. 5 Okay, so 1 or 2, you're north. 3 or 4 south. Okay, 1, so you're going north. 1 or 2, you're north. 3 or 4 south. Okay, 1, so you're going north. Wait. 3 or 4 south. 1, you're going north. Dave, you're there. Steve, you're there. Steve, you still there? Greg has dropped off. Steve, you're there. Steve, you still there? Okay. Okay, there's Greg coming in. Okay, there's Greg coming in. Okay, so you. What is it? What is it? Yeah. What you hear a bloop, bloop. That was Greg, I think. Yeah. What you hear a bloop, bloop. That was Greg, I think. No problem. Okay, so you've gone forward to the north, and so the tunnel goes to the north, and then a little bit to the northwest, and it looks like it continues on to the north. And then a little bit to the northwest. Give me a perception check as well, Aaron. Give me a perception check as well, Aaron. Give me a perception check as well, Aaron. Okay. Yep, there's a path that goes north. Okay. Yep, there's a path that goes north. Okay. And Wizard the Blink Dog starts going. And Wizard the Blink Dog starts going. No growling, nothing. Wizard the Blink Dog. Dangerous, apparently. No growling, nothing. We keep going carefully. We keep going carefully. Okay, so move it 2 squares at a time, please. So just make sure we do it 2 squares at a time. 2 squares at a time, please. So just make sure we do it 2 squares at a time. Here, I'll move you there. There. Here, I'll move. See the party now, Dave? There. See the party now, Dave? And Greg, you still having connection issues there? Greg, you still having connection issues there? Greg, you still having connection issues there? No, we can't. Can hear you fine. No, yep. We can't. And as long as you can see, can hear you fine. Yep. Sure. As long as you can see. Yep. Sure. Okay. So yeah, you see that the okay. So yeah, the passage goes further north and then looks like it curves to the west a bit more. Further north and then looks like it curves to the west a bit more. Further north and then yep. Looks like it curves to the west. Yep. It's 5 feet. Just over 5 feet. It's not too wide. It's 5 feet. Just over 5 feet. It's not too wide. Yeah, well it's 5 feet combat wide. Yeah, well let's say that. Yep. 5 feet. When I drew this map, it's got a little bit of overage, and I didn't know how to. When I drew this map, it's got a little bit of overage, and I didn't know how to. When I drew this map, it's got a little. Yep, it veers left. Yep. What you do as you approach, you smell something. You smell as you approach. What appears to be what appears to be garbage. Smells gross. Garbage. And it's getting stronger. And it's getting stronger. Wizard the Blink Dog also is like starts salivating a little bit. Isn't freaking out. It's more like also is like starts salivating a little bit. Isn't freaking out. It's more like also is like tails wagging a little bit. Doesn't freaking out. It's more like okay. So as you peer down, you see it goes down a little bit, maybe another 30, 40 feet. And you see what appears to be a bit of a purple glow coming from straight ahead and then maybe a little to your left. Coming from straight ahead and then maybe a little to your left. Okay. 10 feet at a time, please. Okay, yeah, the purple glow. It looks like there's an entrance to a chamber here. Purple glow. That there's sort of purpley, glow that's coming. Sort of purpley from here. Okay. Give me a perception check, please. Give me a perception check. 21. Don't hear anything. Give me a perception check. 21. Yep. Don't hear anything. Yep. Okay. Okay. And as you get to sort of this entrance of this chamber, it's about a 25 by 35 foot chamber. It's a stalactite, or yes, stalagmite over here, comes from above, from below, and you see what appears to be a pile of bones and detritus, and just, you know, it looks like a dump. There's some rotten flesh, scraps, lumber, you know, and it's not a nice sight, and it smells pretty bad. It's not a nice sight, and it smells pretty bad. About 20 feet tall. About 20 feet tall. No, it looks, no, it doesn't. And give me a perception. Give me a perception roll again. Give me a perception. Yeah. So you can notice it. It looks like some of this stuff was dragged into the room. It's like, it looks like some of this stuff you can see, like, closer to you. There's like a little bit of debris, and the debris increases closer to the dump. But it looks like it's come from other parts of the dungeon. But it looks like it's come from. It smells pretty bad. It smells pretty bad. Yeah, Kane. I think it's Kane. Here, I'll move you up. Kane, and then it was Wizard and Gale. Here, I'll move you up. Kane, and then it was Wizard and Gale. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Axel, can you move up? Okay. So as you get a little bit, another 10 feet further into the room, you can see this pile. It's like a 20, it's not super high, but it's a couple feet high, 20 feet by 20 feet diameter. And again, it appears to be like bodies of like animals, maybe human, not quite sure, some rotting flesh, food. And to the south, you see on the wall there is this glowing purple switch. And yeah, glowing purple switch. Yeah, glowing purple switch. Okay. Okay. It looks like just more wall. Yep. It looks like just more wall. Yep. So Legolas, you're behind Erwin? It looks like just more wall. So Legolas, you're behind Erwin? I don't know. Okay. Both Ervenin and Legolas, give me perception checks, please. Both Ervenin and Legolas, give me perception checks, please. Okay. So Legolas, you can see from the southeast side of the sort of this garbage pit. So you see this garbage pile, and you can see some stuff that's been deposited here. Like it's on the top. And you see, like it's on the top. It doesn't look like junk. It actually looks like good stuff. You see, actually you see what appears to be a suit of chainmail armor. And it's very fine chainmail armor. Hold on one second. I'm gonna just check something here. Hold on one second. There's like a backpack. There are there's like a backpack. There's like a explorer's pack. There's like this nice cloak, very nice cloak. There's a shield. And if you're not mistaken, you see a sword that's sticking out of this crap. This appears to be somebody's stuff. It's right here. It's like the southeast, the very far southeast edge of this
it's
garbage
like the
pile.
southeast, the very far.
And it looks like it's just been deposited there relatively recently. It's not very dirty.
And it looks like it's just been deposited there relatively recently. It's not very dirty.
Okay. Again, it's somebody's stuff.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Again, it's somebody's stuff.
If you want to write it down, you can. But
if you want to write it down,
it is. There is a. You can see a long sword. There's a really nice long sword, and it's got this ornate sort of pommel, like a nice leathery with nautical themes on it. It's got like anchors and like mermaids, and it's a beautiful marine type longsword. There's this it looks like mithril, like beautiful light chainmail. It's a regular shield. There's a bunch of other stuff. If you want to write it down, you can, and tell me what you want to do with it.
If you want to write it down, you can, and tell me what you want to do with it. If you want to write it down, you can, and tell me what you want to do with it.
There's a cloak. There's a very interesting looking cloak as well.
There's a cloak. There's a very
deep purple.
cloak as well.
It's
deep.
Looks pretty sweet.
But
what it looks like it's been just sort of bundled up and thrown here.
Bundled up and thrown here. Bundled up.
Give me a survival check. No, give me a nature check. No, survival. I think it's survival check. Yep.
Give me a nature check. No, survival. I think it's survival check. Yep. Give me a nature check. No, survival. I think it's survival.
Right. Yep. So yeah, you notice there are some footprints, and they do not appear to be human. They are different kinds of footprints that have been from a number of different creatures. None of which you know, they don't look like normal animals.
None of which you know, they don't look like normal animals. None of which you know, they don't look like.
What's that?
What's that?
Okay.
Okay.
He's not freaking out. He's like, in fact, what he does, he walks over to the north pile. He sees a bone, and he goes and grabs it.
He walks over,
sort of munching on it.
He sees a bone, and he goes.
It's got some, sort
of munching on it.
Yeah.
It's got some,
Okay, he's staying close to you, and he takes out his screen. Like,
he's staying close
and
to you.
He looks over at the switch. He's like, "That's fantastic." He starts sketching.
He looks over at the switch. He's like, "That's fantastic." He starts sketching. He looks over at the switch.
Grab the purple cloak. Okay.
Grab the purple cloak. Okay.
Some explorer gear, some torches, some rations.
Gear,
some caltrops,
some rations.
There's some stuff in this backpack. It's explorer's pack.
There's some stuff in this backpack. It's explorer's pack. There's some stuff.
Wizard's eating his bone. He's lying down. His tail's wagging. He's in good.
Wizard's eating his bone.
Good.
He's lying down. His tail's wagging. He's in good. Wizard's eating his bone. He's lying down. His tail's wagging.
Okay. As you get closer, Irvine, you see. I mean, it's a very simple switch. It's a switch that's similar to that switch you saw at the when you came into the ranch house. Remember, you flipped the switch and it sort of the shield came up. You think that protected was protecting the ranch house from attack. This is in the same position. It's up now. And it is emitting this purple light, so it's a not bright light, but it's sort of a dim purpley glow.
It's a not bright light, but it's sort of a dim purpley glow. It's a not bright light, but it's sort of a dim.
Yep, you're in the wall now.
Yep, you're in the wall now.
Okay, so you walk over to it. You go, and it's like Star Wars.
You go, and it's like
The purple light goes away. It looks like something is turned off. You've turned off the deflector shield, or you've turned off something, and that's it. There's no more purple, and that's it. There's no more purple. Just wall. Just wall. It's a junk pile, like a dump. It's like a dump. It's a junk pile, like a dump. It's like a dump. Yeah, I mean it's a couple feet high, though. I mean, if you want to go investigate further, you can. Yeah. It's corpses, it's meat, it's food, it's rotten stuff, it's lumber, it's junk. Junk and corpses. Junk and corpses. Hello, sirs. Should we go and check it out, or should we leave? Hello, sirs. Should we go and check it out, or should we leave? Should we check out the pile, or should we leave? Let's make a decision. Should we check out the pile, or should we leave? Let's make a decision. Okay, who's gonna go look through it? Okay, who's gonna go look through it? So you're gonna take the adventurer's gear? Yeah, you can do that. Who's gonna go look through the rest of the pile? Who's gonna go look through the rest of the Okay. Axel, you look through the pile, and it is junk. It is literally just junk. There's nothing. It is junk. Nothing out of the ordinary besides junk. You are now pretty filthy and smelly. But you are now pretty filthy and smelly. Okay. You want to check out anything else in this room? Okay. You want to check out anything else in this room? Okay. Paintings. Give me an. No, you can't find anything. This is just a hollowed out natural cavern. This is just a hollowed out. You don't see any paintings or runes or anything. Yep. You don't see any paintings or runes or anything. Yep. And so Wizard decides to he drops his bony head. He takes a new one. It's got a little bit of meat on it. It's another big bone. And Kane, you consider like that maybe like dinosaur bone or something. Maybe like one of those creatures you saw from before. Tastes like chicken. Well, you don't know what it tastes like. If you want to eat it, that's fine. But it looks like dino. And he grabs a big one. And he's walking. He's got a big bone in it. And he grabs a big one. And he's walking. If you want to move back down to all the way down to the intersection, that's fine. If you want to move back down to all the way down to the intersection, that's fine. If you want to move back down to all the way down to the intersection, that's fine. Hello, sir. Yeah, right back there. That's perfect. Excellent. Hello, sir. Yeah, right back there. That's perfect. Excellent. Hello, sir. Yeah, right back there. That's perfect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it's about the same size. No. Actually, you going down to the east, or are you going to the south here? No. Actually, you going down to the east, or are you going to the south here? Okay. Okay. Now, give me a perception check. Okay. Now, give me a perception check. Yep. Doesn't smell as bad as the farther away you go from that dump. It doesn't smell as bad, except like, oh yeah, Axel still smells a little bit. So, but you don't hear anything, nor do you see anything or any lights coming from
Hear
down here.
anything, nor do you see anything or any lights coming from down here.
Yep, now move 10. Yep.
Yep, now move 10. Yep. Yep, now
Oh, damn it. Okay, and as you go down further, you get, it looks like veers to the right.
down further, you get, it looks like veers to the right.
Move 10s at a time.
Move 10s at a time.
Hold on a second. How do I do? Does anyone know how to do a silent chat to somebody?
Does anyone know how to do a silent chat to somebody? Does anyone know how to do a
In Roll20 chat?
in Roll20 chat?
I can do that too, man.
You can do that too, man.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Here you go. Okay. Okay, so you get down here. It looks like it opens up into another
Down
cavern.
here, it looks like it opens up into another
Yeah,
cavern.
little area, and with a wall over here to the left.
Little area and with a wall over here to the left.
And
And,
Wizard runs up and sort of like he's got a wagging tail.
Wizard
He's like starts sniffing around,
like he's got a wagging tail. He's like
and he
sniffing
sniffs. He runs up to this thing
and he sniffs
and starts sniffing it.
runs up to
He
this
barks.
thing.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Starts sniffing.
Not angry or
Barks.
not angry bark, but more like
Not angry
interested bark.
or-
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Not angry bark, but more like
And to the north, you see this sort of intricate.
And to the
Um,
north, you see this sort of
I wouldn't say it.
intricate.
As we needed the lights proper here, I can barely see anything in this room. So I'll just say it. You have there is an intricate
You have a
chest,
there is a
and
intricate-
it is. I need to describe it to you though. So give me a second.
And it is. I need to describe it to you though. So give me a second.
Okay. Okay.
with fear.
Channel. Puzzle number 2 that is in my top 5 in these any particular order, just my 5 favorite puzzle number 2 that is in my top 5 in these.
Okay, guys. So, even though Wizard doesn't seem to be freaking out, he's like, he's not like growling at it, but he's barking a little bit. And you come across this sort of sinister-looking metal box. It's a little chest, and it's got an iron lock built into each of its 4 sides. Each lock has a keyhole with a little image above it. And just above this sort of metal box, there are 4 hooks on which there are 3 keys, and they're like iron keys, and each key seems to have a different number of teeth. And above those keys, there's a verse that's been etched into the wall. It's kind of weird. Did a druid etch this? You don't know who's done this, but it says, and you might want to jot this down, the spells on these locks are all the same, though each possess a unique name. Count on your answer to unlock the way, but use the wrong key to your dismay. Each possess a unique name. Count on your answer.
Puzzles from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and we're going.
But use the wrong key. There's a keyhole with a sculpted image above each keyhole. There's four keyholes on each side. There's an image above each one.
To start with the easy ones, and the first one I'm going.
Image. If you want to look at the images, we can do that.
There's 4 skeleton keys
keyholes on each
and
side.
presented with this metal.
Okay, so there's like above one, there's like a bat. Above another one, there's a snake. Above another one is a spider. And above another one is a wolf. Above another one, there's a snake. Above another one is a spider. So a bat, a snake, spider, wolf. Above another one, there's a snake. No. Nope. So a bat, a snake, a spider, wolf. And again, there's one of the keys is missing. No. And it looks like there's 4. Like, and you know what? I'll show you. I'll even show you what the keys look like. And again, there's one of the keys is missing. No. And it looks like there's. There you go. 4, like, and you know what? I'll show you. Tell me if you can see that in Roll20. Again, there's one of the keys is missing. There you go. So there's one to the left. So there's like 3, and then there's an empty spot on to the right of it. Like they're all hanging by a little left. So there's like 3, and then there's an empty spot to the right of it. Like they're all hanging by a little left. So there's like 3, and then there's an empty spot on the. Covered or open? I mean, good question. They're open. Covered or open? I mean, good question. They're open. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Give me a dex. Well, give me a dex saving throw. Actually, saving throw. Yes. Give me a dex saving throw. Actually, saving throw. Yes. No, I know. You're trying to find out. I think you're trying to find out which. The indentation is matched. So as you're doing that, you realize, okay, hang on a sec. This is not even. This isn't even mechanical, and you quickly withdraw the thieves' tools or your lockpicks, because you know that this is going to be. There's some kind of magical ward on this. This is not going to be able to be picked.
because you know that this is going to be
And
some kind of
and
magical war.
you can't tell from the mechanics of it which, like, how many of the teeth or the, you know, how many teeth can fit in this one.
Which, like, how many of the or the
You've realized that, okay, I can't pick this lock, and I can't tell from the keyhole which key is. Well, I can't tell from the keyhole mechanics which key fits.
from the keyhole which key is. Well, I can't tell from the keyhole mechanics which key fits. From the keyhole which key is. Well, I can't tell from the keyhole mechanics which key fits.
Just to get, yeah. It says,
Just to get, yeah.
I can type it in here for you. Yeah, hang on. Let's do this.
It says.
Here's real-time DMing for you, okay?
Yeah, hang on. Let's do this. It says. Here's
Hang on. Key
real-time
message.
DMing for you, okay?
This will be to you guys, and I'll say
Hang on.
thus.
Key message.
This is the one thing I should have done.
This will be to you guys, and I'll say
Thus. Ninth grade typing was a very important skill I learned.
ninth grade typing was a very important skill I learned.
I was using an old IBM machine. There you go. Key message. The spells in these locks are all the same. Though, can you hang on? I'll send it to show to players. Though each possess a unique name. Count on your answer to unlock the way, but use the wrong key to your dismay.
Count on your answer
Mm.
unlock the way, but use the wrong key to your dismay. Count on your answer to unlock the way, but use the wrong key
What do you mean? I've just added a mill to the one graphic there for you, okay? I've just added a mill to the one graphic there for you, okay? There's a bat, there is a wolf, hold on, let me just say, there's a bat, a snake, a spider, and a wolf. So the front is a bat, then on the right there's a spider, then the back there's a wolf. Oh, sorry. The back there's a spot.
So the front is
Sorry,
a bat.
what did you say?
Then on the right,
Bat on the front, snake on the right, spider on the back, wolf on the left.
Bat on the front, snake on the right,
Okay.
spider on the back, wolf on the left. Bat on
Mhm.
the front, snake on the right,
Okay.
spider on the back, wolf on the left.
Okay. You put it in, so it fits in. You put it in, so it fits in. And by the way, when you put it in, are you turning it as well, or just putting it in? Okay. You putting the 4-1 in the wolf.
We're just putting it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, you were able to do that.
In the wolf.
That actually fits. Yeah, it fits.
Okay.
Yep, you were able to do that.
The wolf.
That actually fits. Yeah, it fits. That fits as well.
You were able to do that. That actually fits. Yeah, it fits.
That fits as well. Okay. It turns. Second one.
Okay.
Turns.
Turns.
Okay. It turns.
Second one. Okay.
Next one.
Turns.
It turns as well.
It turns. Second one.
Next one. It turns as well.
It turns. Next one. It turns as well.
No. No. That, yeah. It's immovable. stuck in place. You don't know why, but it's doesn't look it doesn't look ridiculously heavy, but for some reason it seems to be stuck here. Why, but it's it doesn't look ridiculously heavy, but for some reason it seems to be stuck here. You search around, you don't see it anywhere. You search around, you don't see it anywhere. Okay. So what we're going to do, so you've now done 2 of those things. So you've gone and had a look at the garbage pile, you've flipped off the switch, you've gone and found this chest, you've managed to put a few of the keys in there and are looking around for the new key, or that lost key. Now we're going to go over to, Logan. So I'm going to give, I haven't met up yet, but Logan needs a little action here after an hour and 15 minutes of just watching us do this shit. Okay, not even that. An hour at least. Okay, so Logan, you and you guys don't metagame either here. This is you'll get this eventually. So Logan, you're in a room. I've given you the bit of the background in Discord before. And you're awake. You are, but you're chained. You are bound with your arms behind you. You're lying on the floor of a relatively dark room. But there is some purple glowing coming from the east of where you are. You can't quite see, but there's like a little outcropping, a little part of the wall of this sort of cave is blocking where it's coming from, but you can probably assume that there's this purple coming from the right. In front of you, there are these 2 tough, mean-looking creatures. You haven't seen them before. You've heard about them in your travels and your studies, and you know that there's some kind of devil, some kind of fiend, some kind of devil. And they have spikes all over them. They've got like these spiky, they look like weapons and protection, and they're just mean looking. Over in the northwest side of this area, there is a large pool. It looks like some kind of a small lake. You've woken up only a few hours ago. You know that you've been unconscious for a long time. You're tired as hell. You're hungry, thirsty, and you've been beaten up. With no explanation from anybody. These 2 creatures over here are talking to what appears to be a Sahuagin. You know about those. They're having a hard time communicating. You're not sure how they are communicating because they're having a hard time communicating. They're not. They're speaking. You can't understand this. They're not. I know you can speak Abyssal and Common, right? They're not speaking either of them. They're not speaking Common. The Sahuagin is speaking what you would assume is its language, and it's like it's sort of gesticulating, like it's kind of angry, and it's sort of pushing this thing and the other thing. They're pushing back. They're fighting, but the sort of devils aren't saying anything. They look like they're sort of emoting, but they're not saying anything. And the Sahuagin seems to be responding to that back in Sahuagin. You have no idea what they're arguing about. They don't appear to be friendly, but they haven't killed each other, so that's what you notice. Okay, and so you're bound. You are almost naked, and you have no equipment. You're bound, but you're attached to the wall. There are these manacles, very big chain. It's holding you attached to the wall. There are these manacles, very big chain. What do you want to do? I mean, not many. What do you want to do? I mean, no. Again, you're over here. Can you see your character? No. Yeah, so you can't see anything past
over here. Can
this.
you see your character?
There is the purple light that's sort of bathing this chamber, but you can't see an exit. If there was one, it would probably be off over to your right.
But you can't see an exit. If there was one, it would probably be off over to your right. But you can't see an exit. If there was one, it would probably be off.
So they're also not paying attention to you. They're all just looking. They're all like looking at each other, trying to figure out
paying
stuff.
attention to you. They're all just looking. They're all like
Looking at each other, trying to figure out. It's too strong. I mean, you're fully manacled. I mean, if you roll a 30 strength,
I mean, these are fully.
But yeah, they're too tough to break.
I mean, these are fully.
But yeah, they're too tough to break. You're restrained. Yes. You're restrained. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you got undergarments. Yeah, I mean, you got undergarments. They did. You've got, so yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, they had a feeling maybe you were a spellcaster. You don't see a way to go and cast a spell. Yeah. Even though you're not gagged, but they've got your hands fully behind you, and you don't have your holy symbol or your spell behind you, and you don't have your holy symbol or your spell. Nope, it's a cold rock wall. Nope, it's a cold rock wall. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay. You have no idea. Again, you know that you've been out for a long time. You can see that your wounds have healed. Your wounds have
for a long time.
Bloodied over.
You can see that your wounds have healed.
And you've been beaten, but it's like, that's like I got hit by a truck a couple days ago.
And you've been beaten, but it's like, that's like I got hit by a truck a couple days ago. And you've been beaten, but it's like, I got hit by a truck.
Sure, you want to observe. You want to look at them a little bit more. Okay.
Sure, you want to observe. You want to look at them a little bit more.
Yep, sure. So let me give you.
Sure, you want to observe. You want to look at them a little bit more.
Yep, sure. So let me give you. Show you exactly what this looks like. No, I don't want to share with all the players. I want to show. No, I don't want to share with all the players. I want to show. You. There you go. So you can see that. That's what this thing looks like. Okay, it's a demon. It's a devil. It's not like it's not a human. It's got no equipment on it. It's just got all these spikes.
It's got no equipment on it.
The Sahagin, it does. I mean, it's sort of an aquatic human or humanoid creature. I'll give you. The rest of you guys have seen what they look like.
Or humanoid creature. I'll give you.
Sahagin. They do. Yeah, you guys have. Well, no, you haven't eaten a Sahagin, have you?
They do. Yeah, you guys.
You've had. There we go.
They do. Yeah, you guys.
You've had. There we go. You have indeed. So you guys have seen. So I'm sharing this with all of you. So also Logan, so you can see this. It's
So you guys
he's got web feet, tail. It's a fishy humanoid creature, and it's got a trident. Of course, it does. It's from the ocean. So yeah, there's a you can see he's got a trident. He's like gesticulating with it. He's in the water, by the way, and the devils are outside of the water.
Gesticulating with it.
Get that?
He's in the water, by the way, and the devils are outside of the water. Gesticulating with it.
Get that?
He's in
Yeah.
the water, by the way, and the devils are outside
That's really all. That's really all that you notice. They take breaks and they keep back at it.
That's really all that you notice.
What you notice is a Sahagin.
Breaks.
Its way of speaking is very. Yeah, it's very fishy. And then these devils aren't saying anything, but they're indicating things, but they're not saying anything. And then these devils aren't saying anything, but they're indicating things, but they're not saying anything. And then these devils aren't saying anything, but they're you can give me an insight check. Give me an insight check, and I'll let you see if you can figure something out. An insight check. Give me an insight check, and I'll let you see if you can figure something out. An insight check. Give me an insight check, and I'll let you see if you can figure something out. You clicked on it? Okay. Well, there you go. You clicked on it? 21. So. There you go. Oh, okay. 21. So 21. So yeah, you have no idea what the Sahagin is talking about. He's pissed. He looks pissed. And you don't know what the devils are saying either, but you get this feeling that they're communicating telepathically. So that's why, like, okay, they're not saying anything, but somehow this Sahagin is getting what they're saying. You can sort of see their speaking patterns, and they gesticulate. And they don't say anything, but then the Sahagin answers. So you figure out that they're communicating through telepathy. So you figure out that they're communicating. Okay. So with that, we're going to take a 2-minute break, or 5-minute. Okay. What's that? Yep. So with that, we're going to take a 2-minute break. You're resting and looking at them? 5 minutes. Okay, good. What's that? Yep. All right, so guys, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and after that, we'll come back and go back to. All right, so guys, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and after that, we'll come Poseidon.
back and go back to.
Is that your group name? That's your ship name. Your Poseidon's Peoples. Poseidon's Adventures.
That's your ship name.
The Poseidon Adventures. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Poseidon's Adventures.
Poseidon's Trident Adventures sounds. Okay, guys, back in 5 minutes, and that's it. Okay, guys, back in 5 minutes, and that's it. Okay, guys, back in 5 minutes. Oops. That's not good. Oops. It does. It does appear to be a long hallway. It does. It does appear to be a long hallway. You guys, just 1 second. I need to. It does. It does appear to be a long hallway. You guys, just double check something. There we go. Okay. So as you go down, Legolas, see you following behind Kane. Okay. So as you go down, Legolas, see you following behind Kane. You get about here, so you get to where you are, everyone. You stop, and Wizard starts going. You get to where you are, everyone. You stop, and Wizard he stops. Get to where you are, everyone. He's looking down the hall, and he stops. His tail sort of goes down. He's looking down the hall, and he's a little. And his attention is up. His tail sort of goes down. He's looking down the hall, and he's a little. Down the hall. Down the hall. Down the hall. Down the hall. Hmm. Down the hall. Down the hall. Hmm. Okay, give me a stealth check. Okay, give me a stealth check. 18. Got it. Okay, give me a stealth check. 18. As you say, oh yeah. Kool-Aid Man breaks through the wall. Oh yeah! No. Kool-Aid Man breaks through the wall. Just kidding. Oh yeah! Oh no! You ever watch Family Guy? Yeah. Family Guy always likes putting some old pop references. Family Guy always likes putting some old. And let's. Okay. I need to do this. And let's. Okay. I need to do this. All right. All right. So just a second, guys. All right. So just a second, guys. Just a second, guys. Hmm. And then. Okay. Okay. You can continue. You went and got an 18 on your stealth. Legolas and Kane, please give me stealth checks, please. You went and got an 18 on your stealth. Legolas and Kane, please give me stealth checks, please. You went and got an 18 on your stealth. Legolas and Kane. You half trip over your boot. And Greg, you half trip over your boot. So Legolas slightly trips off of his nice leather boots. So Legolas just shuffles a little bit. Slightly trips, and then he does it. Nice leather boots. Kane, literally, he bumps into him. As he bumps into him, his armor and his weapons just like smash him against each other. And you look back, Erwan, and these guys back here just you were totally nice and stealthy. These guys were back, Erwan, and not back here. You were totally nice and stealthy. These guys were back, Erwan, and not back here. You were totally nice and stealthy. These guys were. As you do that, out from the end of the corner, you see a creature pop out. End of the corner, and you see a creature pop out. That's the right way to say it. The good news is he's a little surprised to see you, Eravan.
He's
so
a little
close
surprised to see you
because he only heard these idiots behind you. They were all over the place, but he didn't expect to see you there. So everybody roll initiative. Click on your token, roll initiative, and
everybody roll initiative.
yeah, and we're gonna see what happens.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah, and yeah, you clicked on your. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you clicked on your.
Whoa,
Bless you.
Hold on.
There you go.
Clicked on your.
Whoa, bless you. There you go.
There you go.
Legolas got a 3. Why are these? Oh, what the hell?
Legolas got it.
So you see in front of you what appears to be this tall, green, misshapen, devilish creature with spikes all over its body.
Misshapen.
You also see another one
creature with spikes
that is
you also see another one
not as tall, but it has these long, barbed
not as tall,
a beard
but it has
with sort of
these
purplish gray long barbs on it, and they both are coming out to attack you guys. Let me.
and they both are coming out to attack you guys.
Here's the bearded dude. He's got these sort of evil looking. Sorry, here I'll show you what this looks like.
He's got these sort of evil looking. Sorry, here I'll show you what this looks like. He's got these sort of evil.
He's got a glaive, and sort of these evil looking barbs coming out of his
He's got
beard.
a glaive.
Okay. So let's do this, and I need to roll.
So let's do this.
Gale is staying way the hell back. The blink dog is sort of
Gale is staying way
waiting
the
for
hell back.
further
The blink
instructions,
dog is
but
sort
I'll
of
add him in
waiting
here
for
anyway.
further
Instructions, but and we're going to go descending. Oh wow, okay. So this guy goes first. Erevan, what's your dex? Oh wow, okay. So this guy goes first. Erevan, what's your dex?
Oh wow, okay.
So you
This guy goes first.
all this is your dex score, right? So that's your dex score. So you go first. So you're there. I tried to turn that off.
Score, right? So that's
Yeah, so you go first.
So you go first. So you're there. I tried to turn that off. Right? So that's
Yeah, so you go first.
So you go first. So you're
Yes.
tried to turn that off. Yeah. So you
To the right. Yes. Yep. Yes.
to the right. Yes.
So you've got two
Yes.
tough-looking, devilish creatures in front of you,
So you've got two.
but you,
looking devilish.
they're not surprised by you, but you just got the jump on them.
But you. They're not surprised by you, but you just got the jump on them. But you. They're not surprised by you, but you just got the jump on them.
Bow at that guy. Okay. And let's just double check something.
Okay. And let's just double check something.
This is your regular short bow, right?
And
Yep.
just double
Okay.
check something. This is your
So
regular
go ahead,
short-
give an attack. That's fine.
Yep. Okay.
11.
Go ahead,
That
give
misses.
an attack. That's fine.
Dung. It just actually it goes by him.
11.
Doesn't even hit him.
That misses. An attack. That's fine.
Dung. It just actually it goes by him. Doesn't even hit him.
It just actually it goes by him. Doesn't even hit him.
Yeah. Hold on one second, please. Yes. Yeah. I'm streaming.
Hold
right
on
now.
one second, please.
Yes. Yeah. It's in the other room. I'm streaming.
Hold on one second.
It's in the guest room. Just one second, guys. Hang on a sec. It's cold up.
Just one second, guys. Hang on a sec. Just one second, guys. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, there, bud. Who's your cousin? Sorry? Sophia. Yeah. She's got a nice song collection. Okay. Okay. My kid sometimes gets up. Okay, so what? You just made the attack that misses, and there you go. What? You just made the attack that misses, and there you go. What? You just made the attack that misses, and there you go. Got it. Okay. Next is this guy who has kind of got the jump on you as well. Is this guy who has kind of got the jump on you as well. Is this guy who has kind of got the jump on you as well. You see from this creature he looks at you. There's a snarl, but it just he snarls at you. He looks at you, and you see from his hands a flame of fire, a blast of fire comes from his hands right at you, Erevan. Flame of fire, and let's see, right at you, Erevan. He totally misses. He like it sort of like fizzles out and hits the side of the tunnel, and it goes and it tries to do it again. The tunnel 14, and it tries to do it again. Does that hit? The tunnel 14. Yes. Okay, so right in front of you, this sort of an explosion of fire. It's like a mini fireball, more like just a flame. Yeah, like it's like a mini burst of flame comes out, but both times it misses you, and you're like, oh shit, that's you haven't seen that before. Both times. So yeah, some flame hurling mother. But you also notice he's got like this tail with these barbs on it and these menacing arms as well. Okay. Tail with these barbs on it. Kane, you don't get a round because you guys are a little. These guys have surprised you. Don't get a round because you guys are a little. This guy with the beard and this big glaive now. He looks at you, Erevan, and he basically charges you. He looks at you, Erevan. He doesn't charge you. He goes 10 feet in front of you, and he goes. Actually, no, he goes. No, he's 5 feet in front of you. He runs right up to you, and you see this glaive, this big, vicious glaive come down and tries to slash you. And with a 16, come down and trying to that does, right? All right, so that and with a 16, come down and trying to that does, right? All right, so that and with a 16, he does 7 slashing damage. That does, right? All right, so that he does 7 slashing. So you take 3 damage, but also give me a con saving throw, please. So you take 3 damage, but also give me a con saving throw, please. And as he slashes your arm, not too deeply, and you sort of dodged away, so it just nicked you, but you feel this intense stinging, and you see that where it's normally blood, you see this, your blood is sort of turning black and boiling. It is a deeply infected wound? You don't know, but it's wounded. And this looks like it's gonna hurt. But it's wounded, and this looks like so that's fun. And that's the first attack. And then after he makes this attack with the glaive, you see these barbs from his beard animate and go try and hit you with his beard. With a 24, which will hit, I'm assuming. With a 24, which will hit. And does 4 piercing damage. Give me a con saving throw again. And does 4 piercing damage. Give me a con saving throw again. Okay, so that's you succeeded in that. You felt that these that's sort of barbs from his beard were poisonous. You see the poison go into your body, but you just like you managed to keep it out damn poison. You would have been poisoned for a minute, but you fought that off.
poison.
So
You
yeah, it
learn
looks like
poison
these
from
guys
it.
are, doing some damage that does more than simply the weapons. All right, Axel, you also, you guys, you got roll 14, but that was these guys had surprise. It's not a surprise round, but they went before you. The dog, I'm gonna give him a shot here. The dog, I'm gonna give him a. Yeah, they got the jump at him. Legolas, you also. Yeah, they got the jump at him. Legolas, you also. Yeah, you didn't get that. And then, yeah, okay, we're back to the top. So Erevan, you're up again. And then, yeah, now everybody gets a turn. So Erevan, you're up again. Nope. The other guys got the jump on you. Nope. It's surprise contingent, not a surprise round. You were on a surprise condition. Yeah, they got the jump on you guys, except for you, Erevan. Not a surprise round. You were on a surprise condition. Yeah, they got the jump. So there's a guy directly in front of you, and there's a guy 15 feet past him. So there's a guy directly in front of you, and there's a guy 15 feet past him. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yep. Yes, you do. Yep. Okay, so he could get a opportunity attack. Okay, so bearded dude. Opportunity attack. Okay, it's an opportunity attack. Okay, so bearded. Oh, with a 19. It's an opportunity attack. Yeah, that's a good roll. Oh, with an 8 slashing. And give me a con saving throw again, please. 8 slashing. And give me a con saving throw again, please. It's a DC 12. So. You already failed it before, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Oh wow, shit. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. This is the beginning of your. So this is what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this. So as you did that, you ran by him. As you started your run by him, that wound that you took before, shit, and you take 2 more damage. That wound is like festering, or it's something's weird with it. That wound is like festering. So you took 2 more. You took 2 points of damage, and now he came and he slashed you again. So you took 2 more. And you failed your con saving throw. It got you in your side. Same thing. It feels like, oh jeez, that's not good. Your side. Same thing. So yeah, you've been slightly wounded by this guy, and it's looked like this wound is not going to be healing. It's going to be doing more damage. But you got by him now, and you're next to this guy. It's going to be doing more damage. But you got by him now, and you're next to this guy. That's fine. Yep. But you got by him now, and you're next to this guy. That's fine. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. The cutlass? Yeah. So first of all, it misses. You just pinged off the surface. All right. So first of all, it misses. You just pinged off the surface. Now he's in combat with you. So yeah, that's good. Okay. Next is this guy again, who's now fighting with you. Okay. Next is this guy again, who's now fighting with you. Okay. Next. He sort of turns around. He's got his back to everyone else. He's looking at you now, and he goes. Turns around. Twice with his claws. Once with his tail. Let's roll for the claws. Boom. Boom. Oh, damn. So you guys can't see these rolls, right? So the first one was a crit, 26. Second was a 16. Oh, jeez. Okay. 26. Second was a 16.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So the claw does 10 damage, 8 plus 2 extra piercing.
So the claw does.
So you're down?
10 damage, 8 plus 2 extra piercing. So the claw does.
So you're down? Okay.
10 damage, 8 plus 2 extra piercing.
So the other hit. So you've just taken 10 damage, and now 6 piercing.
Hit. So you've just taken 10 damage, and now
All right.
6 piercing. Hit. So you've just taken 10 damage.
And the tail. Let's see if the tail hits. All right.
6 piercing.
16 points at 16 to
And
hit.
the tail. See if the tail hits.
And that will do 5 piercing and take you down. So wow, Erevan is down.
That will do 5 piercing and take you down.
Okay, down to 6.
So wow, Erevan is down.
Okay, so you've got you're in deep combat with this guy.
So you've got
He's tough. You've also noticed he's tough. Like these scrapes are going. They're bad.
He's tough. You've also noticed he's tough.
But you're still alive.
They're bad.
Just barely though.
But
Yep.
you're still alive. They're bad.
Just barely though.
But
It's not your turn. It's not your turn though. Cunning action is on your turn, right?
It's not your turn.
Yeah.
It's not your turn though.
That was his turn.
Cunning action is on.
Kane, you're finally up. You see,
That was
you
his
see everyone
Kane,
taking some
you're finally
serious
up. You
damage,
see
taking some heat for the team. What do you want to do? Everyone taking some serious damage, taking some heat for the team. What do you want to do?
Everyone taking some serious damage. Taking some.
Entangle, okay.
What do you want to do?
Entangle, okay. There, okay. Strength saving throw, DC 15, is that right? Okay.
Strength saving throw, DC.
Strength saving throw, bearded guy, 23, he saves. Barbed guy,
Bearded guy, 23. He saves.
11, he fails. So the guy in front of Erevan is restrained. Is that what you said?
So the guy in front of
Okay, he's restrained, but
restrained. Is that what you said? So the guy in front of he's restrained, but
otherwise they're restrained, which means it cannot move. What? Let me just double check. Restrained.
otherwise they're restrained,
Cannot move.
which means it cannot move. What? Let me just double check. Restrained.
Yep.
Otherwise, they're restrained, which means it cannot move. What?
Attack rolls cannot. Speed becomes 0. Can't no benefits to speed. Have advantage. Attack rolls at disadvantage. Disadvantage at deck saving throw. All right. So yeah, he's restrained.
Have advantage.
Excellent. Okay.
Disadvantage at deck saving throw. All right. So yeah, he's restrained.
No,
Excellent.
it's double. Yeah, it is. So if you want to go through, it's double your movement.
No. It's double. Yeah, it is. So if you want to go through, it's double your movement.
Okay.
It's double. Yeah, it is. So if you want to go through, it's double.
Okay. Yep. Now this guy who was
Okay.
attacking Erevan before
Now
moves
this
up
guy
to
who was
Legolas
Okay. Attacking Erevan before
and
moves up
begins
to,
his assault on Legolas.
Attacking Erevan before.
So that's the Barb Devil, the bearded devil. Okay, so Legolas. The glaive comes down, tries to hit you.
Legolas.
Hang on.
The glaive comes down.
Glaive.
Tries to hit you.
17. Does that hit?
Hang on. The glaive
Hits.
comes down. Glaive tries to hit you. 17.
11 slashing damage.
Hits.
Please give me a con saving throw, please.
17.
11 slashing damage.
Hits.
Please give me a con saving throw, please.
11.
Just made it. So again, you also had a little slash in your arm. You feel the wound sort of fester quickly, but your natural healing ability, okay, just bleeding. You're not. There's no extra damage from this wound.
Okay, just bleeding.
But then he also tries to attack you with his beard. You see this? His
But then he also
beard goes and tries to do attack you. Oh, 19. That hits, right?
Beard goes and tries it.
9 piercing.
19.
Give me con saving throw, please.
Right? Beard goes and tries it.
9 piercing.
19.
Give me con saving throw, please. Okay, so this fails. You're now poisoned.
Con saving throw, please.
You can
Okay.
put that on your
This fails.
on your
You're now
character.
poisoned.
Put the poison condition if you can.
Put that on your.
You
You're now
character.
poisoned.
Yeah, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. And right now you cannot regain hit points. You feel that you're like, oh, I'm just like.
And right now you cannot.
The poison's not going to be able to regain any hit points right now. So yeah, that's his attack. Axel, you see your friends getting pummeled here, and your divine sense, or your, you sense that these are devils. This is the work of the devil. Smelly. Yeah, these absolutely smell evil. What do you want to do?
Smelly.
Yeah, these absolutely smell evil. What do you want to do?
Smelly.
Yeah, these absolutely smell evil. What do you want to do? Okay, so you want to take. Okay, so you're gonna go into Legolas's area, push this devil behind or into the tangled area, and finish your turn where he was with your bonus action. Okay, sure. And finish your turn where he was with your bonus action. Okay, sure. It's 5 feet back. Okay. And by the way, so Kane, when you it's like entangled area. And by the way, like if they go back into it, do they have to roll again? It's like entangled area. Like if they go back into it. Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead, Axel. So it's a contested. Is it a contested? Is strength or It's a contested. Is it acrobatics or athletics? Right? Is strength or contested? Acrobatics or yeah. Athletics, right? Is strength or acrobatics or yeah. 15, and we're gonna use 21. 15, and we're gonna use 21. 15, and we're gonna use 6. Very good use of inspiration. Excellent use of inspiration. So yeah, he fails. He gets pushed 5 feet this way. Excellent use of inspiration. And so you go 5, 10, 15, 20. So you're now between Legolas and this devil, and who's now in. So you're now between Legolas and. Yeah, he's not entangled, but he's in difficult terrain. Yeah, he's not entangled, but he's in difficult terrain. Okay. Is that another? Okay. Go for it. Is that another? Okay. Go for it. Is that another? Okay. Go for it. 14. Okay. 11. 14. Yeah, you're able to. Okay. So he gets put. So you see this 11. Sort of barbed guy with this great, and you knock him back. He's like, and then you smash him down. He's now on the ground. He's like, and then you smash him down. He's now on the ground. He's like, and then you smash him down. He's now on the ground. Yep. So you have the third. Is that like? I guess your next attacks. Yeah. You just okay. Share spike. Sure. Third. Is that like? I guess your next attacks. That's 13. Okay. Share spike. Sure. Is that like? You just hit. You just hit him. So yeah. Just hit. And shatter spike. What damage is it? It's And shatter spike. What damage is it? It's yep. Yeah, so 6 damage, right? All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so 6 damage, right? All right. So you guys, so yeah, you see Axel absolutely have his way with this. So yeah, you see Axel. Yeah. Absolutely have his way with this. Okay. So yeah, you see Axel. Yeah. Absolutely have his way with this. Do you does smite do different damage depending on the creature? Do you
Does smite do different damage depending on the creature?
Radiant or fire, right?
Does smite do different damage depending on the creature?
Radiant or fire. What is the additional damage if it's undead or fiend?
Radiant or fire.
What is the additional damage if it's undead or fiend?
What is the additional damage if it's undead or fiend?
So go ahead and give me, yeah, 2d8. Yep. So go ahead and roll 3d8 if it's first level spell.
2d8. Yep. So go ahead and roll 3d8 if it's first.
Oh wow. Okay.
2d8. Yep.
So 2d8. So 3d8. 48. Okay. 48.
So 2d8. So 3d8.
Yeah,
48.
Divine Smite.
48. So 2d8.
Yep.
3d8.
Yeah,
48.
Divine Smite. Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, and what was it? It was thunder damage, or not thunder. It was radiant, right? Yeah.
So
Yeah, you see this.
Yeah, and
You know,
what was
Shatter
it?
Spike goes in. You get a good slash, and
So yeah, you see
it goes
this,
deep. The
you know,
power
Shatter
of
Spike goes in, you get a
Lathander,
slash, and it
which
goes deep.
despises
Power of
fiends like these.
Lathander.
It does its damage deep.
Which
So yeah, it's
despises
you've had your way with this this bearded devil.
Damage deep. So yeah,
Okay,
it's,
Blink
you've had your
Dog
way
also
with this,
now,
this
or Wizard.
bearded devil.
He runs up
Okay.
past everybody.
Blink Dog
He's now
also
next
now,
to
or
you.
Wizard.
He
runs up past everybody.
Who am I
He's
doing?
now
Sorry,
next to you.
He's next to Axel. He tries to attack. He tries to bite this guy.
He tries to attack. He tries to bite this guy.
He hits, but he sort of bites into it, and instead of blood,
But he sort of
he
bites into
lets
it
go.
and-
You don't see any damage. He actually hit him really good, well, but you don't see any
lets
damage
go. You don't see any
be
damage.
taken by
He
this
actually
guy.
hit him really
And the
good.
Blink Dogs guy, or the
But you
Wizards are
don't
like,
see any damage.
but he's up in the fight now.
Taken by this guy. And the Blink Dogs guy, or the Wizards are like,
Okie dokie,
But he's
Legolas,
up
you
in
are
the
now
fight.
up. About time. Okie dokie, Legolas, you are now up. About time. Okie dokie. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. What's that then? It's 24 to hit. That hits. Yeah. What's that then? It's 24 to hit. That hits. Yeah. This is 8 plus 15. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that hit. Plus 15. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that hit. Plus 15. Okay. Wow. And you see the side, the back, and Erwan, you see the back of this creature just sort of fry and sizzle off. Didn't like that at all. Sort of fry and sizzle off. Didn't like that at all. There you go. All right. So it's got dim light on him. There you go. All right. So it's got dim light on him. That anyway. He's got dim light. There you go. All right. So it's got dim light. How far? Well, I'm gonna put 20 feet. So there you go. And how far? Well, I'll make the light color bright green. There you go. So you see some green. Light color bright green. There you go. So you see some green. Excellent. Okay. And he's also the advantage as well because he's already restrained too, right?
And he's also
He's restrained.
Advantage as well because he's already restrained
okay, good.
too, right? And he's also
He's restrained.
Advantage as well because he's already restrained
okay, good.
too, right? And he's also he's restrained. Advantage as well because he's already restrained
okay, good. Okay, so 16. You can do it. You don't need to touch him, right?
Okay,
It's healing light.
16.
There you go. So
You
Jeff,
can do it- you don't
you
need to touch
feel
him, right?
this
Healing light.
this power go over you, and
There you go.
the two
Jeff,
wounds that were,
Feel this.
they were not healing properly, and they were going to do you more damage. They cauterize and
They were
heal,
not healing
and
properly, and they were gonna do
you
more
are
damage.
eternally
They
grateful
were
to
cauterize
Legolas right now.
and heal.
Very good. All right.
They were eternally grateful to Legolas right now.
Very good. All right.
Eternally grateful to Legolas.
Very good. All right. Okay. Step. Excellent. All right. Clay.
Okay.
Step. While you're watching those people
All
in
right.
front of you,
Clay.
or those creatures in front of you, you
While
hear
you're watching those people
very,
in front of
very
you,
faintly
or those creatures in front
down
of you,
off to your right
hear
through sort of the
watching those people in
tunnels.
very
You hear the sounds of
off to your right.
grunting and screeching.
You hear the sounds of
Sounds like there's a fight going on. You can't quite tell. It's so far away. It's very, very faint, but
sounds like there's a fight going on.
you
can't quite
swear
tell.
there's something
It's
going
so
on,
far away.
and you
It's
don't
very, very faint, but
hear. So you don't see any reaction by the
swear
other
there's something going on.
these other
Don't
devils and this
so you
Sahagin.
don't see any reaction by the other
These other devils and this
so you
Sahagin.
don't see any reaction by the other these other devils and this
Oh, so what kind of distraction do you want to do? Oh, so what kind of distraction do you want to do? Oh, so what kind of distraction do you want to do? So you take your manacle or you jank. Okay, so yeah. Okay. You take your manacle or you jank. Okay, so yeah. Right. Take your manacle or Okay, so yeah, you're shaking the chains. Hey, you know, saying stuff. Yeah, so,
so yeah, you're shaking
they look
the
over
chains.
at you.
Hey, you know, saying stuff.
Yeah, so,
yeah,
they look over and they don't really do anything. They're still arguing the Sahagin, but you're still rattling your
they
chains,
don't
right?
really do anything. They're still arguing the Sahagin.
Okay,
but
you're making some
still
noise. Yeah, you're
rattling your chains.
you're making
right?
some,
Really do anything.
you're making some noise, and they're not doing anything right now.
You're making some noise. Yeah,
Excellent.
You're making,
Erevan, you're back up.
you're making some noise, and they're not doing anything right now. You're making some noise. Yeah,
Excellent.
Erevan, you're back up.
No, he's facing you. He got hit by Legolas, but he looked back a little bit, but he's still facing you.
He got hit by Legolas, but he looked back a little bit, but he's still facing you. He got hit by Legolas, but he looked back a little bit, but he's still facing you. He got hit by Legolas, but he looked back a little bit, but he's still facing you.
Your sword hits. 7 slashing. So you hit him.
Your sword hits. 7 slashing.
Oh, right.
So you
Yeah.
hit him. Your sword hits.
So roll again, because you could do a
Oh,
crit, right?
Yeah. Hit him. Your sword hits. So roll again, because you could do a crit, right? Yeah.
Excuse me.
So roll again, because you could do a crit, right?
There you go. So anyway, you did hit with the cut. You hit him with the cutlass.
So
And as you go into the flesh, you sort of see it cuts, and then it sort of it cuts, but it doesn't really go in.
And
it looks at you, kind of laughs,
cuts, but it doesn't really go in.
and
And it
doesn't.
looks-
So he hit, but didn't seem to do any damage, even with the sneak attack.
And it doesn't.
Nope.
So he hit, but it didn't seem to do any damage. Even with the sneak attack. It doesn't.
Nope.
So he hit. But it didn't
Um,
seem to do any damage.
You know what? I'm
Even with the sneak attack.
no, that's incorrect.
Um,
I'm sorry about that.
You know what?
It does some damage, but not
sorry about that.
what you would expect.
Um,
So this is you did
It does
7
some damage,
plus
but not
6,
what you
right?
would expect.
So this is you did 7 plus
but not
6. No, originally you rolled 7 slashing, right? And then you added sneak, which is 6, so it's 13, right?
No, originally you rolled 7 slashing, right?
Yeah.
And then you added sneak. which
So
was
it
6,
did some damage, but not
No, originally
sort of what you
rolled 7
expected.
slashing, right? And then you added sneak.
So it did some damage, but not sort of what you expected.
So
Okay.
it did some damage, but
Why is this not popping up? Okay.
did some damage, but
Why is this not popping up? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it did some damage, but not a lot. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it did some damage, but not a lot. There we go. There we go. Okay.
It did some damage, but not a lot.
And you notice down the hall, there doesn't appear to be anything down to the west. Okay. It's all just open tunnel.
And you notice down the hall.
You disengage, yep.
Anything down to the west. Okay. It's all just open tunnel. And you notice down the hall.
You disengage, yep.
Anything down to the west.
Drinking a potion's an action.
You disengage, yep.
So, no. Drinking a potion's an action. That's a rule. What the hell? Hang on a second.
Potions in action.
I can't remember if I made it as a bonus action or action. I think it was an action. You guys can contradict me. Contradict me.
Action or action. I think it was an action.
No, I know.
You guys can
I just couldn't remember if I was saying to drink a potion. It should rules is written. It's an action.
I just couldn't remember.
Sometimes DMs make it a bonus action.
Drink a potion. It should.
And I think I stuck with the rules are written. So yeah, it's an action.
DMs make it a bonus action.
Okay.
And I think I stuck with the rules are written. So yeah, it's an action.
Yep.
Okay. And I think I stuck with the rules are written. So yeah, it's an action.
Yep.
Yep.
So Kane, he's now restrained, right? He has to make a deck save.
Kane, he's now
Strength check.
restrained, right? He has to make a deck save. Kane, he's now
Strength check.
restrained, right? He has to make
What he does though,
strength check.
he doesn't. He throws a flame towards Erevan.
Throws a flame towards Erevan.
Yep. At disadvantage. So 15.
At disadvantage.
Well, he rolled 22 and 15. 15 was the disadvantage. So, but he hits with 15.
He rolled 22 and 15. 15 was
There you go.
the disadvantage.
So he misses.
But he hits,
So just next to you on the side, this flame goes off next to you, but it doesn't do any damage.
Just next
So
to you
you're
on the
lucky
side.
he was at disadvantage, that's for
Flame
sure.
goes off
And
next to
now,
you, but it doesn't do any damage. Just next to
Arab
you,
or
he was at disadvantage,
Axel,
that's
same
for sure.
thing. You
And
have
now,
at disadvantage. He's
Axel,
17.
You have
What's your AC?
at disadvantage.
Your shield blocks this fire bolt that goes right for you, and this devil is still. He's restrained, but he's attacking with fire. All right, Kane, you're up again.
But he's attacking with fire. All right.
Okay, and yeah, okay, go ahead. Kane, you're up. Okay, and yeah, okay, go ahead. Kane, you're up. Can't see Erevan anymore. No, you saw him disengage. You saw him take off. Can't see Erevan anymore. No, you saw him disengage. You saw him take off. No, you couldn't see that from where you were. It was like there's like five people in front. He's facing the other way, so no. It was like there's like five people in front. He's facing the other way, so no. It was like there's like five people in front. He's facing the other way. Okay. Right. Hello, sir. Is there anything we can do? Okay. Great. No? All right. I'll stay back here and take notes. Okay. This is your scribe. All right.
No, all right. I'll stay back here and take
Okay,
notes.
now this guy. So this guy is on the floor. He's prone.
Okay, now
in
this guy. So this guy is
difficult terrain.
He's prone.
So if he's gonna get up, it's half his movement.
Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain.
So
Well, anyway, he gets up.
It's half his movement.
And that's all he's able to go and try and attack
Well, anyway, he gets up.
Wizard
That's all
and
he's
Axel.
able to
So
go and try and attack.
he
Wizard
attacks.
and Axel.
He uses the glaive against the dog.
He attacks.
Boom.
He uses the glaive against the dog. He attacks.
Boom.
He uses the glaive against.
Disadvantage. So 50. Nice, but he rolled a 15 and a 19, and the 15 hits the blink
but
dog's 13
He
AC.
rolled a
so
15 and a 19, and the 15 hits the blink
but
dog's 13. He rolled a 15 and a 19.
Okay.
And the 15
All right.
hits the blink dog's
Okay, so it's the first roll. No, yeah,
All right.
good job. So yeah, he.
Okay, so it's
So
the first
two
roll.
great uses of inspiration this day. The glaive. it looks like it's going right for him, and then this inspiration dice flies out from nowhere and takes it off mark. And it's like, what? From nowhere. Now he looks at you again, Axel, and says nothing. He uses his beard to attack with a 19. Oh, disadvantage? No. 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 Oh, disadvantage? No. 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 Oh, disadvantage? No. No. Yeah, on your companion. Yeah. So no, he rolled a 19 and a 6. So he rolled 19. Yeah. That hits. So no, he rolled a 19 and a 6. So you take 3 piercing damage and roll a Constitution save, please. You take 3 piercing damage and roll a Constitution save, please. You take 3 piercing damage. 3 piercing damage, and then give me a con saving throw. 3 piercing damage, and then give me a con saving throw. 3 piercing damage. Ooh. So you fail. You're poisoned for a minute. Ooh. So you fail. Yep. You're poisoned. Can't regain hit points. You're feeling very unregenerative. Can't regain hit points. It's a poison. Very unregenerative. You feel these barbs go into you like, oh. It's a poison. Yep, so it's weakened you a bit. And that's his turn. That's his turn. He's still fighting you. Axel, it's your turn. And that's his turn. He's still fighting you. Axel, it's your turn. Repeat saving at the end of each of your turn. Okay, so you can go ahead and then give me a saving throw again at the end of your turn. Okay, so you can go ahead and then give me a saving throw again at the end of your turn. Okay, so you can go ahead and then give me a saving throw again at the end of your turn. 24. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay. 24. You rolled to 18, so yeah, he's prone. You rolled to 18, so yeah, he's prone. Okay. Hits. Both hit. 6 and 11. Hits. Both hit. 6 and 11. Hits. Both hit. 6 and 11. Yeah, it's a magical short sword. Is it short sword or long sword? Yeah, it's a magical short sword. Yeah, it's a magical long sword. Yeah. So sorry, 6 and 11, right? So 17. It's a magical longsword. All right. Sorry, 6 and 11, right? Yeah. So you managed to cut off a couple of its beard barbs, and you managed to get a really good gash in its front. And you see this sort of black ooze coming. Let's ooze. And you see this sort of steam coming from him. Black ooze. Yeah, I mean, if a devil is bloodied, he's probably bloodied. Steam coming from him. Yeah, I mean, what else you want to do? If the devil is bloodied, he's probably bloodied. Steam coming from him. If anything. What else you want to do? Devil is bloodied, he's probably bloodied. Blink dog, wizard. He tries to attack again. Blink dog, wizard. He tries to attack again. No, he doesn't. I'm going to do an intelligence save. No, he tries to bite again. He doesn't. I'm going to do it. And he misses this time. No, he tries. Legolas, you're up. And he misses this time. Legolas, you're up. And he misses this time. Now you do a con save. Yep. Now you do a con save. Yep. You're no longer poisoned. Now you do a con save. Yep. You're no longer poisoned. This bearded guy looks like he's more on his last 2 legs. The other guy looks tough as hell. This bearded guy looks like he's more on his last 2 legs. The other guy looks tough as hell. This bearded guy looks like he's more on his last 2 legs. The other guy looks 28. that is a crit. Yep. 22. That is a crit. Yep.
22.
What color is your Eldritch Blast again?
What color is your
Blue aura from Legolas, as always, comes out and just.
blue?
And this devil with some of its barbs like "Arr!" hits it, engulfs it, and it screeches, and like in Avengers Endgame,
Hits it, engulfs it, and it
dissolves.
screeches, and
Body's no
like
longer there.
in Avengers Endgame. Hits it, engulfs it, and it screeches.
He's
Body's no longer there.
You've been tanking all along, man. That's fantastic. Second blast for his buddy, okay?
That's fantastic.
17?
Second blast for his buddy, okay? That's fantastic.
17? That hits.
Second blast for his buddy.
Yep, it hits.
17?
8.
That hits. Yep. Hits.
You need the con save, yep. Fail. You're still feeling
You need the con save, yep.
lack of vitality. Unwell.
You're still feeling.
Okay, so Clay, back to you. So now this is, you can sort of hear
Okay, so Clay.
what
back
you
to
heard.
So now this is, you can sort of hear. Okay.
You continue to hear this sort of fighting in the background,
You can sort of hear.
and
You continue to hear this. Sort of
you
fighting in
hear
the
this sort
background.
of shriek, like you couldn't
And
quite hear it,
Continue to hear this-
but
you hear this
these,
sort of
not the
shriek.
Sahagin, but these other two devils,
Couldn't
sort of
quite
like,
hear it.
it's like a
But
dog. Like,
these-
what?
Not the
what?
Sahagin, but these other two devils.
Um,
sort of like.
You didn't. It wasn't the sound. It was something else that these guys seem to take
Wasn't the
notice.
sound, it was
And the
something
Sahagin
else.
starts saying something to
these
them,
guys seem
and
to
one of them just
take
pushes the Sahagin away, and you see the
And the
Sahagin
Sahagin starts
fall
saying
back into the
something to
water.
them, and one of them just
They're not
pushes the Sahagin
moving
away. You see the
yet,
Sahagin
but they're
starts
all
back.
looking over at the to
They're
the
not
east of where you are.
moving
They're
yet,
still
but they're
paying you no
all
attention.
Looking over at the
Even you're shaking your
east of where you are. They're
your
still
chains.
paying you no attention. Even you're shaking your.
What do you want to do?
They're
Your
still
chains.
paying you no attention. Even you're shaking your.
What do you want to do? Screaming. Okay. Give me a performance check. Screaming. Okay. Give me a performance check. Screaming. Okay. Give me a. No, you. This is. No. So this is. You don't hear any screaming.
This is. No.
Yeah,
so
they
this
they
is-
completely ignore you.
They,
They're like,
they
yeah,
completely
fuck off,
ignore
buddy.
you.
I mean, off, buddy. Sorry, this is a kids-friendly show.
I mean,
You. Okay. So that's all you see. They seem to be making. They looked at you and they just ignored you, and they continue to look over here.
They seem to be making. They looked at you and they just ignored you.
And
continue to look over here. They seem to be.
they're now looking east. They're looking east. They've ignored the Sahagin. The Sahagin is pushed down in the water.
They're now looking east. They're looking east. They've ignored the Sahagin. The
Okay.
Sahagin is pushed down.
So I know I'm aware of the time, Jeff. But should we do one more round
So
and then see
I
how it
know-
goes?
I'm aware of the time.
Okay.
Jeff, but,
Erevan, you're up.
Should we do one more round
So
and then
I
see how it
know-
goes? I'm aware of the time.
Okay.
but,
Erevan, you're up.
Should we do one more round and see how it goes?
He looked at you cast the fire, and then he tried to cast the fire at
He
at
looked you
Axel.
cast
He's
the
now
fire,
looking
and then
north.
He tried to cast the fire at
at Axel. He's now looking north.
He tried to cast the fire at
Special dagger throw at him. Okay.
looking north. Special dagger throw.
You got advantage, and you've got to do a ranged throw. So throwing of a dagger.
Advantage, and
Yep, go ahead and do that.
Do a
Roll the
range
attack.
throw. So
Mhm.
throwing of a dagger. Advantage, and go ahead and
Mhm.
do that. Do a
Roll the
range
attack. Yep.
throwing of a dagger. Go ahead and do
Mhm.
that.
Yep. 17. That hits.
Yep.
Yep.
17.
Does 8
That hits.
piercing damage. Yep. It lands
Yep.
right in its side, right in its arm.
Yep.
Ah! And it hits him.
lands
Yeah, good solid hit.
Right in its side. Right in its arm. Ah! And it hits him.
Yeah, you
good
do.
Solid hit. Right in its side. Right in its arm. Ah! And it hits him.
Yeah, you do.
Solid hit.
Yep. That's right. So +5, or well, no. So +5, or well, no. Okay, +9 was your sneak attack. All right. Does that? +9 was your sneak attack. That's with the magic item. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, you got. Does that? No, not even in his arm. You got him right in the side. The magic item. Yeah. So and it was like a. Yeah, you got. And it goes right in. His arm. You got him right in the side. You're sort of shriek out, scream. And it goes. That was a good, solid hit. He's still. You're sort of shriek out, scream. He's still going. He's really. Yeah. He's still. But that was a good, solid hit. He's still going. Yeah. Anything else you want to do? But that was a good, solid hit. He's still going. Yeah. Anything else you want to do? But that was a good, solid hit. Anything else you want to do? It's more of a. This is just a wide chamber or wide tunnel. It's more of a. And then it goes. It narrows down back to 5 feet over here. Or wide tunnel. It's more of a. And then it goes. It narrows down back to 5 feet over here. Or wide tunnel. No idea. You know that he was aiming at you. It was like a. No idea. It wasn't like a fireball. It was like a shot at you. He was aiming at you. It was like a. No idea. It wasn't like a fireball. It was like a shot at you. He was aiming at you. It was like a. It wasn't like a fireball. It was like a shot. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So he. Okay. All right. So he. He sees that this other guy has gone down. All right. So sees you going away. Sees that this other guy has gone down. All right. Sees you going away. And to break free, he's got to use his action to do a strength save, right? And to break free, he's got to use his action. Right. To do a strength save, right? Yep. And to break free, he's got to use his action. Right. Okay, so he's doing a strength check. Okay, 13. He's doing a strength check. So he does nothing. Fuck. Okay. Sorry, that's the DM. That's not I'm trying to kill you guys, but yeah. Okay, so he's just stuck there and can't attack. All right, Kane. But yeah. Okay, so he's just stuck there and can't attack. All right, Kane. Yeah. Okay, so he's stuck there and can't attack. You're gonna get inspiration just for useless, useless flourish. You're gonna get inspiration. Gale totally appreciates it though. Even though he's half shitting his pants, totally he sees these devils. He's never seen these before. He's writing this down. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, that's yummy. Fantastic. Take inspiration for that. Sure. Okay. Anything else you want to do? Take inspiration for that. Sure. Okay. Anything else? Thank you, sir. I just about your pants, so appreciate that. All right. And this guy is dead, so I can remove him from the turn order. Axel, you're up. All right. And this guy is dead, so I can remove him from the turn order. Axel, you're up. All right. And this guy is dead. Turn order. Axel, you're up. All right. It is. Unless Kane drops it. It is. Unless off of who? Kane drops it. This guy's no longer here, so he's disappeared. So off of who? Kane drops it. No longer there. It's like an endgame. It's dissolved. So yeah, there's no corpse anymore. It's gone. Like an endgame. It's dissolved. So yeah, there's no corpse anymore. It's gone. Like an endgame. It's dissolved. So okay. There's no corpse anymore. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. Yeah. You go right next to him. 5, 10. He's restrained. 20, you get advantage on attacks. You go right next to him. 5, 10. He's restrained. You get advantage on attacks. You go right next to him. Okay. He's restrained. You get advantage on attacks. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, right. Right. Coming from his shield, right? That's right.
Oh, right.
Yep,
Right,
that's
coming from the
Axel's
field, right?
shining light.
That's right. Oh, right.
Yep,
Right,
that's
coming from the
Axel's
field, right?
shining light.
Yep, that's Axel's
Nice.
shining light.
And go. There you go. 10. Oh, wow. And he's going to try athletics to dodge away.
Oh, wow.
With a 5. So, no, you're able to shove him down.
Dodge away. Oh, wow. With
He's
5.
prone
So,
and
no, you're able
prone.
to shove him down.
Yeah.
Dodge away. With
He's
5.
prone
So,
and
no, you're
prone.
able to shove him down.
Yeah.
He's prone and
Yep.
prone. Yeah.
23? Jesus Christ. Okay. 23. And 17. Second level Divine Smite. All right. Which is, what is that? 2d8 plus 3d8 plus 48. So 48.
Which
Is
is
that right? What is that? 2d8 plus 3d8 plus 48. So 48. Is that right? Yeah, you just did 16 points to him. Yep. Yeah, you just did 16 points to him. Yep. Yeah, you just did 16 points to him. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Wah, wah. All right. Lathander or that.
All right.
Lathander says, "Come on, that's too." Well, he doesn't say anything. It's a go ahead. So obviously, like, So you feel that Lathander's testing you.
So obviously, like,
This is a test.
So you
But yeah, you've done some decent damage. But I mean, this is a tough devil.
but yeah, you've
but
done
it's a
some
tough,
decent damage.
tough mother devil.
But I mean, it's a
And but it's still there. It's prone, and you did some good damage.
But it's still there. It's prone, and you did some good damage.
The wizard
Still there. It's prone, and you did some good damage.
looks away. He sort of looks back towards the other part of the hall, and sort of ears peer up.
He sort of looks back towards
And
the
sort
other
of,
part of the hall, and sort of
and he runs down to the end of the hall,
and sort of
and then he sits down. It's
and
like he's guarding the entrance for you.
and then he sits
Legolas.
down.
Yep.
It's like he's guarding the entrance for you. And then he sits
Legolas.
down.
Yep.
It's like he's guarding the entrance.
He's knocked down. He's prone. He's knocked down. He's prone. They do. Yes, they do. It evens out.
They do. Yes, they do.
It evens out. Yeah, he's at disadvantage against him, but you've got disadvantage because it's range, so it's just a regular shot.
Against him, but you've got disadvantage because it's range, so it's just a regular shot. Against him, but you've got disadvantage because it's range.
Blue Bolt comes out 21. All right.
Blue Bolt
5
comes
damage?
out
5 force damage?
21. All right.
What?
Blue Bolt
Oh,
5
shit.
damage. 5 force damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
What?
17 more damage. So,
What?
yeah, these bolts
more
as it's on the
damage,
ground,
so-
it's got, you see sort of the spikes on its head. It's taken a couple of them off. Part of its head is smoldering. You see steam coming out, and it screams.
Part of its head is smoldering.
It doesn't look too great.
You see steam coming out, and it screams. Part of its head is smoldering.
Clay,
Too great.
you now hear. You hear scream. You can hear the screeching coming from somewhere else in this dungeon. It's still far away. But you can hear it.
Coming from somewhere else in this dungeon. It's still far away.
Let's see.
You can hear it.
And one of these creatures leaves. You can. It's disappeared
one of
behind a
these
stalactite. You
creatures-
can't see it anymore. The other one's staying there, and it looks back for
disappeared
the
behind a stalactite.
looks
You
back
can't
for the
see it.
Sahagin.
The other one's staying there, and it
What do you
looks
wanna do?
back for the looks back.
You still rattling your chains?
Staying there, and it looks back for the looks back.
You still rattling your chains? So You're sure that you cannot pick. You can't pick your way out of the manacles. You're sure that you can try to pull. You can't pick your way out of the manacles. Sure that you can try to pull. Okay, so you're gonna like try to yank. What are you doing? Are you yanking? It's like bolted to the wall, the rock of the wall. Are you yanking? So you can try to. It's like bolted to the wall, the rock of the wall. So you can try to. It goes to a round hook, not a hook, but a ring that's embedded in the wall. The chain is like attached to that. You could pull. You'd have to pull it out of the wall. It's the wall is like it's rock, right? So imagine like a screw into the rock with a ring around and this chain's right. So imagine tied like around the ring. Screw into the rock with a ring and this chain's tied around the ring. Screw into the rock with a ring and this chain's tied around the ring. You could try. Sure, give me a strength check. You could try. Sure, give me a strength check. Nope. It's just not happening. Nope. The other devil looks over you. It's just not happening. Towards you. The doesn't say anything. Devil looks over you. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything. You hear in your head. You hear in your head. You hear in your head.
You're never getting it away. Don't even try.
And you're like, holy shit. Holy that was that wasn't expected. That's just in your head. Holy okay. That wasn't expected. Okay, so that's just in your head. Holy okay. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. Yep. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, so yep. I know this is almost the end. We're really late, but Ervan, let's give you one last turn here. Okay, so I know this is almost the end. We're really late, but Ervan, let's give you one last. Take a healing potion. Okay. I know this is almost the end. We're really late, but Ervan. There you go. 9. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Yep. Go. There you go. 9. Okay, that's okay. Okay. This guy who's now in front of Axel. This guy who's now he basically tries to attack you. So you got your shield up and it's like in Aliens. You see this tail smack around to try to hit you. With a 22, it hits you, which hits smack around to try to hit you. With a 22, it hits you, which hits smack around to try to. No, sorry. No, so look, he pops up. No, half his movement pops up, tries to attack you. No, so look, so it's 11 piercing. If it 22 hits, pops up, tries to attack you. No, so look, so it's 11 piercing. Oh, 22 hits. Hang on. So he rolled a 22 and a 20. So disadvantage, right? Hang on. So 20 hit. Okay, so he rolled a 22 and a 20. Okay, 20. Disadvantage, right? 11 piercing. Hang on. So 20 hit. By the way, you guys can't see the roll, but if you're looking at at Twitch, you can. By the way, you guys can't see the roll, but if you ever wanted to know if I was rolling correctly or not, it's always you get the GM side. By the way, don't look too much because no bad game. You can see some stuff. All right, so 11 piercing damage. That's the first attack. Then his claw reaches out, tries to go for you. First shot 17, second shot 12. Yep, those are with disadvantage. They both miss, right? Yep, those are with disadvantage. Is not happy at all. Kane West is not happy at all. Kanye. Kane West is not happy at all. Kane. And now he's just sitting there. Axel. And now he's just sitting there. Axel. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. 13? Hang on. That's advantage.
13. Hang on. That's advantage.
He's still restrained, though, right? So attacks get advantage on him.
He's still restrained, though, right? So
No?
attacks get advantage on him.
Kane?
He's still restrained, though, right? So
No?
attacks get advantage on him.
So that means. Yeah. Restrained. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a shove is it's a contested attack.
A shove is a contested attack.
Okay, so you 25, right? And that works, and then he rolls
Okay, so you 25, right?
13, so that'll fail.
And then he rolls.
Okay, so yeah, you push him down again.
Okay, so you 25, right?
13, so that'll fail.
And then he rolls.
Okay, so yeah, you push him down again.
13, so that'll fail. Okay, so
13, that'll miss. 13, that'll miss.
13, that'll miss.
24, yeah, there you go. 7 plus your divine smite.
24. Yeah, there you go.
38.
7 plus your divine smite. Yeah, there you go.
38.
7 plus your divine smite.
So minus 7.
38.
Sorry, I meant you.
So minus 7.
Okay. And as you stab into this devil, you let the power of the thunder goes right into Shatterspike, and you just sort of it shudders and glows, and the body begins to evaporate. Before it does, though, in your head, Axel, you hear,
Before it does, though,
"We are just minions."
Axel, you hear.
We are just
Fall down to hell and join all of us, minions. Please welcome your next challenge. And by the way, please welcome off your next challenge.
and it evaporates. So it's like endgame, 10 times speed and bright light from Lathander takes apart the devil. This devil is no more.
Takes apart the devil.
And that is it.
This devil
You
is
hear,
no more.
and so you guys all see this happen, and these devils are no
You
more.
hear,
And
so you guys
I
all
would
see this
say
happen,
that
and these
you.
devils are no
So
more.
Clay, you also hear
Say that.
and see these devils that were in front of you. Just
Clay, you also hear. And
there's
see
still
these
one
devils
that's staying with the Sahagin. The other one you heard is off somewhere to the
Still
east.
one
now.
that's staying with the Sahagin. The other one. You
And with
heard
that, we're going to call it a night.
somewhere to the east.
No, we went on a little bit late, and we still haven't
And with
joined Clay
we're
yet,
gonna call
but
it a night. No, we went on
a little bit farther.
and we still haven't joined Clay.
You're working on it. You're working on it.
A little bit farther. And we still haven't joined
Yes.
Clay.
You're working on it. You're working on it. You did. Your dagger is it
Yes.
falls down. Yep.
You did. Your dagger is
Yep.
it falls down.
And by the way, that bearded devil as well. He had a glaive, but everything he had also disappeared.
And by the way, that bearded devil as
interesting.
well. He had
All right, guys.
everything
Thanks a
he
lot
had
for tonight. We're on again next Wednesday, as always.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot
Now,
for
thanks
tonight.
for
We're on
joining,
next
Logan.
Wednesday, as always.
And looking forward to seeing you next time if you're if that's okay. All right, guys. And also, guys, I don't know if anybody was joining, but if you have friends, please remind them to go to CJ's Game Room every Wednesday at 7:30, where all of us are going to be happily delving deeper into the Isle of Dread, or also known as the delving deeper into the Isle of. So I got this going again. We did this quite a few sessions ago, but I finally figured out how to do it again easily. All right, guys, thanks very much, and have an awesome night. See you guys. Bye. Ciao.
All right, guys. Thanks very much.